Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of my Chao World Extended series. Last episode was a little slow, I realized that. The beginning of the series was intended to show off the Chao World Extended features and just get our feet planted with at least a decent level 99 Chao. Now that we have that, we can move on to the fun stuff. My goals, which should be on screen now. With some background footage of our Chao eating smart fruit, planting trees, and winning the Jewel Chao races. All these races are easy for now, so I won't go into much detail on showing them yet. I'd like to just talk about what we can accomplish this episode. For starters, through doing these Jewel Chao races, we earn a ton of Jewel Chao, including one rare one not in the vanilla game, that being the Pearl Chao. I'm going to leave the diamond medal on our Chao because we may be able to get some texture Chao if we breed him with the medal equipped. I sold all of my Jewel Chao egg tops for a pretty penny. I also was going to just get rid of all the Jewel Chao, but I figure I'd keep one as we're definitely going to need one for breeding shiny Jewel Chao. I had a very hard time deciding, but I decided on keeping the Pearl Chao. This was another example of the texture for this being in the vanilla game, but not being obtainable in any way. I feel like that's why we should keep this one. His stats are terrible, by the way. This episode I plan to check off some goals, those being hopefully getting a white two-tone Chao, beating Chao Karate, and beating all the races. If things go our way, we can also get a texture Chao, which would be awesome. I plan to reset until we get a good one, so forgive me for that, but there are hundreds of Chao textures and most are not that cool. Now before jumping into the episode, here are some fun, excellent facts I'd like to go over with you all. Excellent. Get it? So you may have noticed when I bought that white egg last episode that we didn't have much choices for eggs to buy. All we had was white. That's because the eggs are locked behind how much emblems you have. I will flash the amounts you need to buy each egg on screen now. The white egg is the easiest to get at only 5, and the shiny black is the hardest, only being available at 180 emblems. This may be the last goal I accomplish, to be honest. This also gives me a good opportunity to mention the garbage system that's in the game involving eggs, where 3 may not be available. There is a mod to fix this called Chao World Enhanced that I may install in the future if the eggs I need are locked out, the main one being shiny pink for the Mint Chao. One last thing I'd like to add is I threw in a garden texture for this episode. We'll be featuring the Desert Garden V2 by Buster, the same man responsible for Chao World Extended. Like I said, I plan to show off a new garden texture for every episode, so this will be the first one. Alright, now let's jump into it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Chao Garden. I hope you all enjoyed episode 1 and the introduction to this episode. I know episode 1, like I said, was a little slow, but now we're gonna start getting some goals taken care of now that we're more established. There are 4 goals we might be able to check off today, and I plan to do them all. Number 1 is going to be getting a white two-tone Chao, which is going to be dependent on this gentleman right here evolving. Since rings aren't an issue anymore, we can afford heart fruits, and I just need to hopefully get some red mushrooms, and we can send him right into stage 2, where he can start to breed. The other goals are going to be, hopefully, doing the Chao races, the challenge mode. Once we get that done, we're going to be good to try out the modded races. Chao Karate, which, same thing, we get modded Chao Karate once we finish it, and hopefully getting a texture Chao. Now, like I mentioned, I left the diamond medal on him, so if he does end up breeding with the white Chao, we could also get a texture Chao. I might set it up in a way that I get what I want right away. You can take the medals off each Chao freely with this handy-dandy little thing over here. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of waiting, a lot of checking things out. I think I'm going to go check the market for a red mushroom, and if it's not there, I'll just go jump right into the challenge races. And like I said, I'm not showing too much of the vanilla races, excuse me, because to be honest, there's no point. We could beat them all pretty effortlessly with this guy here, and if anything, I'll show the final race sped up a little bit just to show how far ahead we are. Once we get to the modded races, things are going to start getting really difficult. So I want to get into that as soon as possible. Looks like another day of no red mushrooms. Disappointing. They do have the heart fruit here, but we're not ready for that until we get some red mushrooms or these guys start evolving. What they do have, though, is a Chao seed, which I think I am going to buy just so I could show it off in the garden. When those get planted, they turn into Chao skill fruits, which I went over in the introduction. Skill fruit trees, excuse me. And yeah, those are always nice to have in a garden because when your Chao get hungry and they eat, they'll just passively gain stats. So that's going to be great. Very cool. What are the odds that that white and that Pearl Chao have the exact same face? What's going on, everybody? I hope you enjoyed that montage. Happy to announce that we have finally completed 2 of our first goals, beating all the races, necessary for mods anyway. I'll get to the hero and dark races later. And all the karate matches, so I've given myself 2 little emblems on the checklist, and I'm showing it now. And yeah, I'd like to hit 2 more before we finish off here. It's going to slow down. So what I'm going to do is check the black market for a red mushroom and some heart fruits, and that'll help us with our goal. Well, sadly, there's none here, but there is something I want to show off. We now have access to blue eggs, so maybe that's something I'll get my hands on later. Who knows? And we're gonna buy the cosmetic wings just to show them off, since I have the money. I could also buy a reverse mirror, but I don't really like those, so we'll go on later. But unfortunately, what this means is, right after I give the cosmetic wings to this guy, I'll explain. What this means is we're going to have to wait for a red mushroom, because my goal is to get, right this moment, a texture Chao and a white two-tone Chao. That didn't do anything at all. A texture Chao and a white two-tone Chao. So, what that's going to have us do is basically this guy needs to evolve so we could breed. Either get a white two-tone Chao or a texture Chao, and we'll take it from there. What I'm going to do before I start the waiting process is I'm going to go ahead and change this guy's metal to be the diamond metal, because as I've gone over many times before, the metal actually changes the breeding outcome. So I believe our diamond metal is there, and yeah, now when he breeds, he'll have a chance at hatching out a texture Chao. So hopefully we get a couple ones, because I might be resetting if they stink, like I said. So this could be very interesting. And it seems our skill fruit has grown, and it's now hatching the skill... our skill tree has grown, and now it's hatching the skill fruit, which I will happily give to everybody. Also, just want to throw down, this is the rubber ducky mod. It's not really a mod, but it comes with the Chao World Extended. This little jack-in-the-box we got from winning one of the races, and I believe we also got a ball somewhere that we could kick around for winning the races, and the TV, of course. So yeah, I guess now we're just gonna wait. Oh my god, I knew I buffed fruit, but I didn't realize by how much. This skill fruit is fantastic. I'm going to have to get a bunch of these. Wow, this is going to level up my Chao really fast. Also, I'm going to go ahead and make this guy have a swim affinity, just because. I want to raise his stats up as much as I can, so I may as well give him an affinity so it doesn't go into stamina. Well, lucky me. I caught the red mushroom just in time. We are going to feed this to the white monotone Chao and hope it evolves right now. I've been waiting for a long time, so I know he's actually kind of already on his way. You can see by his appearance. So let's watch him eat this and hope that he evolves right after. I am really hoping. And I have just been spamming the skill fruit on the Pearl Chao. What a good... I'm going to get like a couple of these every time, hopefully. I know they're going to be expensive, but that'd be awesome. Alright, buddy. You're looking pretty you're looking pretty on your way. Let's see what happens. He'll do it right away if it's time. Oh, no, looks like it's not time yet. Unless bro's hungry. It's been 45 minutes. But I managed to get what I hope is the last one we'll need. So, let's go ahead and give this guy his last licks. And this should do the trick. Hopefully. I'm thinking just a couple bites will. I could probably take it away right now and it'll just evolve. I give the rest to this guy. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, now they're both mad at me. There it is, though. I knew it. You can have the rest of that. You know what, actually? We're going to give this to our boy Peanut. I want him to look as cool as possible for these final few races. Although, that won't be this episode. Tune in next time. Will this even change his physical appearance? I know, just for the record, we can get a monster Chao too if we wanted. All I got to do is just give him some run drives. Very cool. I know I'm ignoring that evolution over there, but this guy is not... it's worth mentioning. Oh, he's crying. Alright, here, dude. Relax. It's worth mentioning that Chao will gather around the cocoons of other Chao. And it's kind of cool to see them celebrate the evolution. Well, now that we got this taken care of, it's actually time to go get some heart fruits. We're going to have our boy Peanut over here breed with this thing. And I'm also going to switch over to Shadow so we can easily tell if it's a white two-tone Chao versus just a regular Chao. Look, the celebration. And he's crying. I took everybody's food. They're probably real bummed out about it. Let's fix this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in my opinion, we are getting to kind of an exciting part of the playthrough. We get to start breeding. So, like I said, there's two outcomes here. We can either get a shiny white, or excuse me, a white two-tone Chao, or a textured Chao. Now, textured Chaos will be very obvious when they hatch. They're literally going to be some kind of crazy texture. Other Chao, not so much. So the white two-tone Chao is going to be kind of hard to notice. We'll have to pet him with a dark character to learn. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm kind of hoping we get a textured Chao just right out the gate, just so we could see what they look like. Don't pull this. Don't pull this right now. Just so we could see what they look like. I think that would be super interesting. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. You just give me a moment here. Yeah, we finally got him. Finally got him. I knew it. It'd be too hard to resist that white monotone Chao. I get it, bro. I'm actually going to show this. If we start going on a crazy hunt for textured Chao, I'm going to speed that up and it's going to be really cool. But I don't think so. I think... Let's see what we just get here. Let's see. It's going to be the first attempt of many. And there's a textured Chao. And that looks like cheese. It's a cool one. Not one I'm interested in. So we're going to try a few more times. And we're going to see what kind of crazy Chao we can get out of this. Right? So, enjoy. Ooh! Ooh! That one looks nice. What are the stats on this guy? I might roll with this. I'm a fan of this, personally. Yeah, this is going to be our texture Chao. Now, you know what? It's always worth saying. We can always get another one. We can always try to get cooler looking ones, different ones. There's some that I really want to go for. Like, there's one that's basically just fire. But for now, I'm going to go with this guy. I'm not sure what this texture is, but it looks fantastic. So, this guy goes into the grinder like the rest. And, yeah, now let's try our hand at getting a white two-tone Chao. All I got to do that is take the metal off of our Chao Peanut, and it should work no problem. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, now that our boy Peanut has no metal on, this should be either a white monotone Chao or a white two-tone Chao. I'm really hoping it's a white two-tone Chao so I don't have to do this again because this white guy keeps falling asleep. So let's see. If it comes out looking normal, I'd say we're fine. Darn it. Now, while I'm here buying heart fruits, there is something I should mention. We are actually looking for a hyper run fruit. It does cost 10,000 rings, which would drain me pretty hard, but it would let our textured Chao go from an S rank in running to an X rank, which would make him much faster than our current guy. And I'm down to use a cool textured Chao during the races, so that could get fun. Well, everybody, I've accomplished pretty much everything I've wanted to. I got a Jewel Chao, I got a Textured Chao, I got the White Two-Tone Chao, I beat the races, and I beat the karate. Now we get to start moving into some of the fun stuff. Some of the modded challenges, getting a ton more emblems, creating some cool looking Chao, and yeah, really, I think now the series is actually going to start to get a lot of fun. Maybe we'll check out a modded race or two next episode too. Depending on how things go. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next episode.